Everyone, I want to show you a tool that might help us more clearly see a move. Like I'm sure a lot of us have been in that situation where we see a trend, and this trend has been a strong uptrend, but in the middle of that, we see some gaps, we see some big bearish days, or we see some candles that maybe not are not favorable, like a shooting star, dark cloud cover, or something, and it just creates concern. And as we look at that, we wonder, okay, is this going to reverse? Is it going to head back? Should it take profits? All those things come up. Well, I want to show you something hopefully that can eliminate some of the noise. And so look at these candles, look at the gaps, look at the movements, look at the wicks. I'm going to come up to the style here, top of Thinkorswim, down to chart and type, or chart type, and click on Heikin-Ashi candles. And what this is going to do is we're going to put on a different type of candle, which is one that uses the highs, lows. Well, it just takes the averages of some previous candles and smooths it out, tries to just eliminate the noise. And I'm going to put a link in here to another class that goes into much more detail on that, and actually we'll talk about entry and exit points and all sorts of things. But what I want you to see is how this cleans up this movement. Now, all of a sudden, there's only a couple kind of down days in this, and it still can have periods or signals where it says, okay, if this is a down day followed by another down day, that there's a potential exit in that. But it really just cleans up a lot of that choppiness. And this can even be used when we're doing stuff like applying trend lines. Like if I'm doing something like this descending triangle, where do I draw those lines? Where's support? Where's resistance? And if I, again, come up to the style, put on the Heikin-Ashi candles, well, now we can see a little more clearly the down days or down movement and the up movement and the down movement and the up movement. And it just can maybe help us more cleanly draw those lines of support and resistance. And then, even the market recently has had a really good move, over the last couple of months. I mean, sure, there's been some down days, and sure, there's been some times where there's been some concern. But, if we take a look at all the choppiness and the up and down and just take for a moment, move that over to the Heikin-Ashi, then look over that history, you'll see, what, overall, there were some pretty good moves. The upside was not as much to be concerned about on the downside, right? And so, again, it's not an end-all be-all, but what it does is just help clean up some of that noise, maybe let us see the general direction and not the weaving quite as much. And so, take a look at that and possibly see how it helps in interpreting charts that we're looking at. All right, have a good one.